this past Sunday, our baseball practice was canceled.
Yeah, it was. Luckily,
And I
we
said,
only had 2 practices on Saturday. We didn't have practice on Sunday.
and I said, well, what do we got in the freezer? Let's cook something. Let's do something.
That's right. And I had, what did I pull out? I pulled out a pack of pork steaks,
Where'd
which,
you get those? How
I keep some pork steaks in the
you
freezer
keep
now.
meat?
I love,
That's
yeah.
when I was like, why don't you go?
Instead of going and buying something
Yeah.
new, let's go put some use of something in the freezer.
Yes.
I also had some elk sausage I brought out. There was
Yeah.
like 2 kinds of it. There was like a Cajun elk sausage and a green onion elk sausage.
It
Those
was
were good.
really good.
It was really good. But
You
the
could
highlight,
you could tell it was wild game in that elk sausage, but it was good.
you know
it
what
was
made it
really
so good was the fat
balanced.
content.
Yeah.
One of Michael's baseball, Coach Josh, gave me that. He goes elk hunting up in Wyoming, elk, mule deer, antelope, and he brought some back and wanted me to try it. So he gave me several packs of it, and I knew it was good, but I never cooked it the way I did. So it's a fresh case sausage. He had it made, some little meat shop down there on Lake Pontchartrain before you go over the big causeway.
Yeah.
He said, I
Yeah,
don't
down
know
there
where
in
that's
Woodlands
at. If
area.
it's.
It was some of the best wild game sausage.
It was really good. I needed.
had.
He said he drives down there and takes the meat down there and has them processed. He says it's
Wow.
not cheap, but man, it's good. Whatever they're doing, they make some good sausage down there. Boudin,
Yeah.
just
Do you have to take it down there and
sausage.
drop it?
Yeah, it's just
drop
like
it
a meat
off?
processor we use. You just take them.
Could you drop it off like on a Thursday, go hang out in New Orleans and pick it back up on your way out?
No, he said it
Sunday?
took like. So I'm
It
sure they
takes a
process a
while,
lot.
yeah.
So it was several weeks, and they call you back and you come back. So you get to make 2 trips. So yeah, you could do a week. You could do a weekend drop off trip and then a weekend pick them up trip.
Yeah.
That'd be fun there. That's a good idea, Shell. You gave me an idea.
I've been wanting to go to New Orleans. So I got an itch.
Yeah, hey,
Um,
you ain't got to twist my arms to go down there. But
so how'd you cook this?
So the sausage, fresh case sausage, I treated it, and I've never done this with wild game sausage. I do it with brats all the time just because I love to cook brats, and it's simple. I get a half pan, half aluminum pan, put my sausages in it, thawed them out good before, since we got them out of the freezer that Sunday, I put the pork steaks and the sausage in the sink with a little water, and they were thawed out within like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
It didn't take long. So I got them thawed out, and I put them in the pan, cut up a little bit of onion, poured in 2 cans of beer, and set my Traeger on 275 and just set that pan in there. And
Does it matter what kind of beer you?
no, I think I had.
You used some beer we got from a.
Yeah, it was beer beer that was just in the beer fridge beer.
Yeah.
What's it called? Golden Archer.
Yeah.
It's a local beer.
No, I think it's a new like.
Oh, it was Golden Archer or something
It was
like
okay.
that. Yeah, it wasn't my favorite beer, but it's great for sausages. And that's what when you're doing that, man, use Milwaukee's Best or anything Bush lattes.
Best.
You can use whatever when you're boiling sausage, because that's what you're doing. A lot of people say that they like to cook their sausages first and then put them over in the beer and simmer them like that. But and maybe that is the correct way to do it if you're from Wisconsin. I don't know, but it's not how I do it.
Yeah.
I got my own way of doing things.
Well, you already got it cooked by that point. It's not gonna
Exactly right. You've already got it cooked, and you're not. I mean, you're keeping it moist in there. But what the beer bath does, and you could substitute water if you wanted to, but what that does is it gives a way for the fat to slowly cook in the sausage instead of putting it on the grill and then it's cooking and it's rendering too fast and it gives you a weird texture. If you'll get the liquid to simmering, so it's not going to get over 212 because it's liquid. That's just what it's going to boil at. But I'm not really getting it to a real boil. It's just like a steady simmer.
Yeah.
And so it's breaking that fat down slow, and the texture of the sausage is so much better. So I'm cooking it till it took about 30 minutes, but I checked the internal temperature. When I see it's about 135, 140, that's when I want to get it over on the grate and get the outside cooked. Because I know I'm trying to get it to 165 because it's ground meat, but I don't want to do it too fast because the fat changes the texture. And if you've got a good sausage that's got really good fat content and you want to keep that moisture inside the sausage, not bust the casing, get it out. I'm not trying to, cook it to where it's all, make seams in it to where everything busts. That you lose all your flavor then. At that point, when I take it out of that the beer bath, I just set it right on the grate on the Traeger, kind of on the side where the heat comes from around the heat deflector. and it'll brown that sausage up perfect. It's,
Yeah.
I mean, less than an hour is the total cook time on a whole pan of these, fresh case sausages. So if you were cooking brats, you could probably cook a dozen of them, less than an hour. And I promise you, the flavor, because you get some of that smoke flavor from the grill, but the texture's just right because you cooked them steaming in the beer
juicy.
bath. They're juicy.
But
It was good. It was
But
awesome.
they pop,
Casings pop. They're not going to do that coming out of the beer bath. That's why you need to put them over on the grill and dry them out. That's what makes that snap. And to me, that's the perfect sausage.
It is.
And I've seen a lot of people say that's not how you cook brats, that you're supposed to put them in that beer bath and simmer them at the end or whatever. Well, if that's what you want to do, fine, you do you. But I like my casings to be just right. I like them to be juicy on the inside, and I like that fat cooked properly. So it's not like I'm biting into a glob of fat. It's kind of slowly broke down, and simmering does that.